What's up, everybody, and welcome to my Monday Night Raw review as we are ready for Fastlane this Sunday. The go-home show in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and holy shit, this is like another one of these marathon shows that you had to survive to get through without falling asleep because, oof, we had another shitty one. But we kicked it off with Goldberg, this is like only one of the times the crowd actually was hot tonight. Goldberg coming out and talking about Kevin Owens. He just talk, and he said, well, and stuff that he's gonna do what he's gonna say, what his promise is. I'm gonna hit him with a spear, a jackhammer, 1, 2, 3, become the champion, go to WrestleMania and defend it against Brock Lesnar. He said he promises, everyone at his home, his wife, his son, and Owens that he would deliver. He says he'll see you Sunday. And so Kevin Owens came out then, talking about he's gonna make a promise himself. He said that when he came to WWE, that he grabbed the company by the throat and make them see what he's all about. Because Owens spoke about he's beaten John Cena, Dean Ambrose, the Flavor of the Month AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, even the big dog Roman Reigns. As Goldberg just kind of clapped on what Owens said, he wasn't even going to bring up what he did to Chris Jericho because it doesn't matter. Owens pretty much he went on to say it doesn't matter if fans chant Goldberg's name, Goldberg, he's the one that next. He said he's going to take out Bill Goldberg. So he's going to tell you right now, the evolution of Kevin Owens as Universal Champion has begun, which is too late because it took 7 months to fucking do it. But he said, he's entertained, but you're going to piss him off and stuff. And Goldberg says, why you want to wait till Sunday? Why don't you do it right now until Owens pretty much start running? So, let's do a Green Bay street fight right now. He said, wait, Green Bay? Green Bay doesn't deserve a street fight. And Owens pretty much says the Goldberg chance will die this Sunday. So, we see how this is going to go. Do I see Goldberg still winning the title this Sunday? Yeah, and I'm calling it right now. Chris Jericho will come out, interfere, cost Kevin Owens the title, and those two will probably fight for the U.S. Championship at WrestleMania. That's how that's going to work out to be. So, I really do believe they're going to do this whole Goldberg versus, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar WrestleMania versus for the Universal title. The New Day came out, which they kept trying to shout about ice cream, and they barely got a reaction for that chant. Until the Shining Stars came out, which, Jesus Christ, I'm surprised it's still part of this company. And then they pulled out a red card, which, here's what they pretty much did. They pulled it out, so who's going to be our opponents for tonight? And it says, oh, guys, it's not you. You guys will be facing Big Show. It's going to be Rusev and Jinder Mahal, which they did that to make fun of the Oscars. And I'll say this right, I didn't even watch the Oscars, but I didn't even watch the Oscars, but I know what happened and why they did it, and it looks like that crowd did not care. They just did not. So they were dead. And why are they facing Mahal and Rusev, who already look like clowns in this long of a match? Which I guess the crowd was somewhat into it, but it was still flat, and they didn't care for the ice cream. But the fact that they called Jinder Mahal Hard Body Mahal was just strange to me. Yeah, the Juice himself, Juice Mahal. So, I don't know. Listen, I know New Day's hosting WrestleMania, but do they have anything better else to do? Because I feel like ever since they lost those tag team titles, they've been lost in the shuffle. Their stock has either gone down, or the fucking idiots like Kevin Dunn and them in the back have no clue what to do with them at this point. Enzo and Cass were talking about the tag titles until Cass said we never even won the titles. Like Gallows and Enzo won all over the world. We didn't even win in NXT. And he's facing Gallows tonight. Sheamus and Cesaro were backstage until Samoa Joe showed up. And Cesaro says, I haven't seen you in a while, yeah, so you're here, huh? And Samoa Joe pretty much called him out as Sheamus wanted to step up to Joe, but Cesaro says he's going to handle this. And Cesaro said that Samoa Joe only carries Triple H's jockstrap. And he says, Joe says, oh, clever, huh? We'll see how clever things you do tonight. Which some people think, one of this is supposed to be a match tonight that, a lot of Ring of Honor fans will like, because it was Claudio Castagnoli versus Samoa Joe again, Ring of Honor style. We'll see when we get to that, but, they kind of, it was like a little back and forth, since they have a lot of history to it. Stephanie McMahon eviscerated, well, not eviscerated, but once again emasculated Mick Foley for, which is this every fucking week. This is all we see. Stephanie McMahon, she's got to emasculate everybody on the show, folks. Just emasculate, emasculate, emasculate. Says you with your career for the past 17 years that Triple H ended your career, and I'm not going to apologize because I get stronger every year, and Foley, you're just weak. You're nothing. You can't measure up to expectation. You're pathetic. You can't even stand. Which I don't see where this did anything. Just make Foley look like a fucking clown, and he did nothing but stand there and look like a bitch. Which I don't know why they keep doing this. They just kill Mick Foley every week with Stephanie McMahon and masking everybody. Akira Tozawa went against Noam Dar. A quick match. Someone got the crowd hyped a little. Still like a snap German suplex. Kendrick Lamar came out and attacked them in. This is lesson number 3, which I didn't even know was a tag team match. I thought it was a one-on-one match with Tozawa and Kendrick. But I guess it's Tozawa and Rich Swann versus Kendrick and Noam Dar in the pre-show, but I don't really care. But Tozawa was good. Samoa Joe went up to Mick Foley and said, "What's wrong, Mick? You not having a nice day?" And Mick says, "You know, I don't know how long I'm going to be general manager here, but I can still tell you that you're just Triple H's puppet. But tonight you're going to go one-on-one with Cesaro, which I probably already said that already." Charlotte came out with Dana Brooke, which I keep forgetting she's there, and said Bayley should have won an Academy Award. Could just saying just barely, because that's all she does. She'll take anything to win. And you have your one-hit wonders like the cast from Twilight and Brett Favre and Buster Douglas and your quarterback. And that Bayley's just a cheater. She's done nothing. And she started hearing about Bayley's dreams as Bayley came out and says, "I am the champion" and stuff. And I won. And I'm going to WrestleMania with this title. Until Sasha came out and interrupted, and that Bayley has won, and Charlotte, she's ready to get this title. It's just Bayley's more deserving champion than you'll ever be. Yeah, Charlotte pretty much said, you know, we gave it a woo out there, which was at the beginning also, which she announced her tag team partner, which isn't Dana Brooke, her protege. It'll be Nia Jax. So I don't know. We know what's gonna happen with Bayley. I know people already questioned Bayley's decision to hold the title, since people gotta look at something from a logic standpoint that she took a tainted victory, not a clean win. I don't know why they get the clean win. Now you gotta go through all this controversy behind it. And here's the thing with this tag team match also. Okay, it was a tag team match. Nia Jax got the win, but you pin the champion, which gives Bayley no momentum. And this is the go-home show for this Sunday at the pay-per-view. So how did this help Bayley even look somewhat strong for the title match this Sunday against Charlotte? So it doesn't really give no type of momentum. So, and you know, I'm looking at this Charlotte versus Bayley match right now. I'm just gonna say it right here. Charlotte's just gonna win, so they can give her this 16-0 streak, because they're gonna keep this pay-per-view streak going. She'll probably get 16 win, not 16 times champion like Ric Flair. Woo! But you know, she's just gonna get the win. We're going back to hot potato, folks. We said this before. Hot potato. Bayley wins it on Raw, loses in 2 weeks on the pay-per-view. Same with Sasha, back and forth. Wins on Raw, loses pay-per-view. Wins on Raw, loses pay-per-view. Wins on Raw, loses pay-per-view. It's hot potato. They want her to be the next Ric Flair, pretty much. 16 times the champion. Braun Strowman was in the back as Foley told him, "I don't have any competition," but Foley said, Braun Strowman said, "I want a contract with Reigns at Fastlane," even though they announced this match 3 weeks ago and played multiple promos for it. Now you have to have a contract signing for some reason. But Foley said he didn't think Reigns would run, but he would have the contract here tonight. Luke Gallows went against Big Cass, which this is another thing I don't get what just happened here. Alright, Enzo or just Cass, he won the match, pretty much hitting a big boot on Luke Gallows. Isn't this like, what, the 3rd week in a row that the tag team champions have looked like shit, almost? Let's see, 2 weeks in a row, Roman Reigns beats the bejesus out of them and makes them look like idiots and just kicks both of them all over the place. Now, Cass beats Gallows And a clean win. Man, I say more than a clean win and stuff to Cass. So I don't even know if they're gonna still retain it. I feel like they'll just retain it just because, but the fact that they've been getting the shit kicked out of them for 2 weeks, and that's what they did before. They looked horrible before they even got the titles, and now they're still being booked like shit right now, and they got the titles. You get the shit kicked out of you by Roman Reigns 2 weeks in a row. Now you lose the Cass. Clean win, one-on-one. So it's like they got no momentum, right? And it's like I said, this is the go home show again here, people. The go home show. Titus O'Neil, for some godlike reason, went against Sheamus over something that happened in the Irish Connection or something catering. So he tried to mess with Sheamus, and Sheamus pushed him. And Titus attacked him pretty much before the match started, punching him and stuff. But as soon as the match started, he tried to go back in on him. Sheamus hit a bro kick and won the match. So why this match? I don't know. A segment that people are supposed to care about right now, that Corey Graves is out there as they played the video package for Seth Rollins and Triple H feud. That Seth Rollins came out, which I wish he would have got a bigger reaction. He came out and talked about his injury and what he was going to do. And when he was talking about the injury and what he sacrificed, and yes, he's done it before, like Triple H stabbing in the back, he should have saw it coming. The minute he was quiet and did his whole redesign, rebuild, and reclaim, out of nowhere, the fans just started chanting CM Punk. A loud CM Punk chant, just out of nowhere, and people were doing it. And then it was also a boring chant a little. And it made me, when I saw that, and I'm from Chicago, and I don't really care if they do CM Punk chants and that, because I'm probably going to support it regardless. I know people on the internet say it was disrespectful, but it's either that or people just don't give a shit about what Seth Rollins was talking about out there. Because they just only started chanting CM Punk, CM Punk, CM Punk, just a random CM Punk chant. And they're in my hometown next week on Raw in Chicago. So, save the CM Punk chants for next week. I actually do better with the CM Punk chants for next week. After that bullshit thing we had in Raw, before the last of the year in December, and he let Stephanie McMahon pretty much bitch my crowd out, bitches out and stuff. Chicago better get on their ass next week. And I'm saying, I'm not even going to the show, but like, start chanting CM Punk next week in Chicago. Represent the fucking city, okay? I don't care. It's just to mess with people. But the fact that they chanted versus Rollins, I just don't even know why it even needed to be chanted there, but they just started chanting it. And as Rollins continued to talk about, he doesn't look like he's going to be cleared for WrestleMania because of his leg. Triple H pretty much came out there, and which people actually gave a reaction when he came out, and mocked Seth Rollins. I gave you everything. So, you know Joe, right? And he says, I made Seth Rollins, and you will not be at WrestleMania. And he says, I made you the man. And he said, yeah, I betrayed you and stuff. And I gave you everything, but you bit the hand that feeds you. And he said, Rollins, you got rid of me and stuff. He said, so freaking what? Alright? Seth Rollins, like, I chewed you and spit you out. Now you're just another washed up guy. Alright? Okay. Well, I don't know what's going on, but he pretty much said he's a washed up guy. Oh, shit. Okay. He didn't care. Pretty much, he talked about him. And he says he's warning Seth Rollins, you better not come to WrestleMania. The last thing you do, you better not even call me out at WrestleMania. Because I'll be the last thing you'll ever do in a WWE ring. And Rollins pretty much told Triple H that I will be at WrestleMania, which I almost expected Seth Rollins to pretty much, what I expect, even though this crowd, once again, they did not care for this segment also. Good segment once Triple H came out, but no one cared. Once again, tough crowd. CM Punk chants, which I even thought Seth Rollins was very much going to say, I'm going to be at WrestleMania, my knee's okay. But maybe his knee really is hurt, or he's just playing it for a few more weeks to stretch this out. Big Show killed Enzo. Big Show killed Puerto Rico 1 and 2. Shining Stars. No one cared. Just squash match. Which some of the crowd was into it, even though this guy did actually had a really good match with Braun Strowman last week. But now he just beat up two guys just because it's Big Show. Once again, the show really started to drag on tonight. Tony Nese was in the back, has never spoken about going to TJ Perkins and Jack Gallagher, saying they're going to put Jack Gallagher in his place before Fastlane and stuff, and talk about the contract signing and everything. Hall of Fame. Beth Phoenix, which is going in. Which I can see why people are debating this right now between both of them, between both Beth Phoenix and going in the Hall of Fame. Does she deserve it? Yeah, but Beth Phoenix hasn't really been gone that long when you look at it. She really hasn't. Like, I like Beth Phoenix, but couldn't find yet a legendary win for the Attitude Era. Like, once again, it's still kind of questionable that Beth Phoenix is winning before China. I would have even said Irie could have won in this. I'm saying Luna Vachon could have won in the Hall of Fame. I'm trying to name one from the Attitude Era right now. Yeah, Jacqueline in there. I said Ivory, which they could put in there. Wow, who else would they? A lot of them. I may be losing names who they could have put in there, but I don't know about Terry Reynolds. I'm trying to have to name some decent people, but I really can't find a lot of names. But wow, they really could have put China in there. Like, and I look at Beth Phoenix's career. I don't know everything that she's done to the ground, but yet she's a 3-time women's champion. She has won the Divas title. They said she was in the first ever table match with that Lay Cool thing, but that was kind of almost like a very gimmicky match, really. And they said she won that I Quit match also. And Beth Phoenix is good, and I know I think it was Trish Stratus that brought her in when she first debuted, but the whole Glamazon thing. But I even question the booking they've done with Beth Phoenix also throughout the years, because what she had like her last match in 2012, 13, and then Vicky Guerrero fired her, and then she just left, and then she married the Edge now and has a kid with him, which some people think the reason why she's going in the Hall of Fame is because of Edge. But I don't mind it, but I don't know if it was the best pick. I would have gave it a few more years. So I don't know. I may have more to say about that sooner or later, but that's kind of my initial thoughts on it right now. Jack Gallagher and TJ Perkins, Owens, Neville, and Tony Nese, quick match, whatever. No one, crowd didn't react. Gallagher pretty much won the submission hold Nese, yada yada. And this, once again, is supposed to be the go home show. Bayley and Sasha are icing the next, as Sasha says she's going to be in her corner this Sunday, but Stephanie McMahon told her, you're going to have a match this Sunday, Sasha, against Nia Jax. So that's happening. Samoa Joe winning against Cesaro. Once again, commercials kind of interrupt these matches, but they had a good match in a way. I'm sure people wanted to see a great match, maybe a classic almost, but I don't think this was happening because I guess Samoa Joe was dominant, and since I guess they're not using the Muscle Buster anymore, Samoa Joe was winning by Uranagi, and Samoa Joe, not Samoa Joe, but Cesaro pretty much kayfabe the knee injury he suffered out there. So I don't know, it doesn't make him look bad, but yeah, Joe, he's got to look strong out there really. And then he pretty much says, I'm here to take out your heroes and everything. Once they interview him after, he says, I've been he's a world-renowned grappler, a seasoned vet, a freak of an athlete, but he's not me, he said. I'm going to hurt all the people. If they love you, he's going to take them out. And Samoa Joe pretty much says he'll take anyone out, taking all your heroes out. And Sami Zayn's music played, and they pretty much brawled after that, and pretty much went across the stage, which Sami Zayn did a flip off the stage onto the concrete on Joe. So it was a good brawl after that, since those two having a match this Sunday. And then we get into the final thing, a contract signing, which I literally almost forgot about this contract signing early in the night because this show has been a marathon drag. But Mick Foley set it up until Strowman came out and told him to leave or else. But Foley says, I may not be long with the general manager, but you will respect me. And Strowman says, he told you to leave because you're just a shell of your former self, you're just a suburban dad. His Foley pretty much got pissed, and he says, listen, general managers, GMs are not always here forever, but I am a legend, and you will respect me or else, alright? I'm here forever. You will respect me. Until Roman Reigns came out, which he get booed at him, of course, and they brawled out everywhere and through the crowd and everything as Roman kept hitting Superman punches on him and knocked him into the post. And when they brawled pretty much over the barricade and everything, Strowman threw him into the production cases and Roman knocked him back until he put him through the barricade with a security guard. So Roman Reigns took out security guard and Strowman, which for one, the fans chanted Roman finally and cheered for him as he went in about to sign the contract. But since Strowman was back up, he went for another Superman punch, and when he was about to go for a spear, Strowman grabbed him, and my buddy called me and laughed about this was the funniest thing, but he threw him into the ring post, and it just came off and broke and exploded. And as Strowman left and they booed him, and I guess they chanted Roman, Roman Reigns got up and he signed the contract for the match on Sunday. So at least they made both of them look dominant. I do believe Roman Reigns is really just going to get the big win over them, because hasn't Strowman pretty much knocked Roman Reigns around 3 weeks in a row now when you look at it. And I'm really going to be in my hometown next week for Chicago. So like I said, expect to see CM Punk chance to go down. Maybe a hotter crowd also. But once again, this is a drag of a show that I just wanted to end because we just seen a lot of bull crap out there. And I should have said this during the Charlotte segment that fans just started chanting stupid face for no reason. Like, I didn't even care what was going on. Like, the only thing I feel like the wrestling world is actually talking about right now is the Hardys' contracts right now with TNA, and I just don't know what's going on with that right now. Same with Drew Galloway, and I really am, this is true, and this is a live show they're doing Thursday. Also, I am really kind of sad to see if the Hardys will be leaving TNA, and maybe I was playing another video, so I will be keeping a close eye this Thursday for Impact, which I just don't know why they just didn't give them the creative control. And WWE's no better if they come back, because you can't trust Vince McMahon with the Hardys. They'll ruin those guys. Look what they did with the fucking Dudleys out there. Look what they did to Sting. Jesus, look what they did to that guy. So I don't trust WWE with the Hardys. I don't know what's gonna happen with the Hardys. I guess they're getting same with Drew Galloway. I really feel bad that he had to leave, but his was booking issues with that contract. Like the booking issues between both of them, like him with the UK and the US, and it would have been tough. So TNA, once again, there's one person with a grand championship, and it's the people with the tag team championships. And then there's the thing with Ribby Hardy just going all out on Twitter, just bashing everything, and I just don't know what to say about the Hardys right now. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen on the show this Thursday. I'm just gonna keep a close eye on it. So, and it's a shame they had to leave. I really was enjoying the Expedition of Gold, and I wanted to see where they were gonna go next. Whose tag team titles they would take. So it's a shame they couldn't come up with a good deal. But I don't know what to expect this Thursday. So we'll see what happens. I'm sure a lot of fans are gonna be disappointed that the Hardys are not gonna be there. So I don't know, man. It's messed up, but just gonna have to find out and see. But I think that's one of the more important things in the wrestling world right now. But I don't know, Raw, just crowd was dead. Crowd did not care. Green Bay, Wisconsin did not care. Even the Mr. Anderson show said Green Bay, Wisconsin. I don't think they still would have cared. So it's a really tough crowd tonight that did not really give two craps about a lot of things that were going down, and were very quiet during these segments, except maybe the Goldberg part. But the fact that we changed CM Punk during the Seth Rollins segment was just, I just had to sit there, like, what was that? Those loud CM Punk chants for no reason. New Day just wasn't over. There were just random matches. I just didn't know what was going on. Like, Titus O'Neil versus Sheamus. And like I said, this is a go-home show. Let me say this for the, what is it, 4th or 5th time. This is a go-home show. And couldn't get that right to make it a hot thing for Sunday. Cruiserweights was out there too quick as usual. So, I don't know where. Even Bayley getting no momentum coming. You think she would actually get a win before going for this pay-per-view. So, I don't know if she's actually going to lose the title. Like I said before, I think she's losing the belt. But that's what I got to say about this show. Just another drag on Raw. Just bad. So, yeah, and I just had to address that whole Hardy Boy situation right now. But, like I said, Thursday's going to be an interesting show. I'll see you later for the SmackDown review tomorrow too also. But I'm keeping close tabs on Thursday. Live show, Impact. Check it out. We'll see what happens. But I'm out of here. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.